Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to Behind the Crime, your source for the most haunting true crime stories, unsolved mysteries, and dark secrets hidden in plain sight. Hit the bell icon so you never miss a new case that will keep you questioning everything you thought you knew. It was supposed to be the happiest day of Emily Lawson's life. After years of infertility, prayers, and painful rounds of IVF, she finally brought her miracle baby home. But just 3 nights later, little Noah vanished, right from his crib. There was no broken window. No signs of forced entry. And most chilling of all, not a single sound was heard. How does a newborn disappear into thin air, while sleeping just a few feet away from his mother? This is the mystery that shattered a quiet Georgia town. And the deeper detectives dug, the darker the truths they unearthed. Because sometimes, the monster isn't a stranger in the night, it's someone already inside the house. The Lawsons lived in a picture-perfect neighborhood in Savannah, a quiet cul-de-sac where neighbors still brought over casseroles, and everyone knew each other's names. Emily, a 34-year-old teacher, and her husband Mark, a rising real estate agent, had been married for 7 years. Their relationship, at least from the outside, seemed like a fairy tale. When Noah was born on October 3rd, friends say Emily wept with joy. Social media was flooded with posts about God's gift, and the nursery, a soft gray and white theme with stars and lullabies, looked like something out of a dream. But dreams can turn to nightmares in an instant. It was just past 4 a.m. when Emily awoke to silence, not the usual soft cooing of Noah, or the rhythmic rise and fall of his gentle breathing. She said she instantly knew something was wrong. When she checked the bassinet beside her bed, it was empty. Panic exploded through her. She screamed for Mark. They searched the house, top to bottom. Doors were locked. Windows sealed. Security cameras at the front and back of the house were working, but they didn't catch a single soul. By 4:21 a.m., Emily was on the phone with 911. "My baby's gone," she cried. "Someone took my baby." As police arrived and word spread, the neighborhood went into lockdown. Every corner was searched, every trash can opened, every vehicle stopped at the roadblock. The FBI joined within 24 hours. Flyers with baby Noah's photo, chubby cheeks, blue eyes, a slight tuft of brown hair, covered streetlights and coffee shops across Georgia. But as days turned into weeks, and no ransom note or suspect emerged, people began whispering, what if the answer wasn't outside the house? What if it was inside? Detectives began re-examining the Lawsons. Mark's alibi was airtight. Security footage showed him leaving the house at midnight to pick up cold medicine from a 24-hour pharmacy. He returned by 12:24 a.m., verified by time-stamped video. Emily, however, was a mystery. Her initial statement claimed she checked on Noah at 2 a.m. Later, she said it was closer to 1:30. Then, under pressure, she admitted something else. She'd taken a sleeping pill that night. And she hadn't woken up on her own, she'd been shaken awake by Mark, who returned to find the front door slightly ajar. Suddenly, the narrative cracked. If she didn't wake up until Mark returned, how did she know Noah was gone at 4 a.m.? Digging deeper, police uncovered something Emily never shared. She had a prior psychiatric hospitalization, 2 years earlier, after a depressive episode triggered by a miscarriage. According to medical records, she suffered from postpartum psychosis-like symptoms and was treated for sleepwalking and dissociative episodes. Mark knew. But no one else did. That changed everything. Exactly 18 days after Noah disappeared, a local jogger in a nearby wooded park discovered something chilling, a soft gray baby blanket, identical to the one from the Lawson nursery. DNA confirmed it was Noah's. But there was more. Just feet from the blanket, shallowly buried under a bed of leaves, was a tiny baby bottle, and a pacifier with Noah's initials. Still, there was no body. No footprints. No other physical evidence. The trail went cold again. Emily was brought in for questioning again, but no charges were filed. With no body and no confession, prosecutors were reluctant to pursue a case that might not hold up in court. Months passed. Emily withdrew from the public. Mark filed for separation. Her social media went dark. But just when the story seemed to be fading, something surfaced. A data recovery team working on Emily's cloud backups retrieved a deleted video, taken on the night of Noah's disappearance. It's shaky, dim, and only 10 seconds long. But in it, Emily whispers. "He'll be safe now, no more crying. Mommy fixed it." The prosecution called it a confession. Emily called it a delusion. In court, her defense argued she was in a dissociative state, triggered by unmedicated postpartum psychosis. The jury deliberated for 2 days. They found her not guilty by reason of insanity. To this day, Noah's body has never been found. Emily was committed to a psychiatric facility indefinitely. Mark moved away, starting a new life in another state, never to speak publicly of the case again. The house in Savannah was sold at auction. The nursery was painted over. But neighbors still talk about it, how one moment shattered everything. How silence can be more terrifying than screams. How sometimes, the darkest crimes happen right under a lullaby. If this story left you speechless, you're not alone. These are the kinds of cases we uncover every week on Behind the Crime. Subscribe now, and don't forget to turn on notifications, because the truth isn't always what it seems, and the next story might be even closer than you think.